hips. Them hips.
Right on your head.
Hey, Kyle.
Hey, Brandon, what you doing?
I don't know on this one, man. I got no witty retort. I'm just. It's a Wednesday. I think we're just gonna pause it right here. I think that's about it.
That's a double dip, right?
Yeah, a little double dip. Hey, man, 2 birds, 1 stone.
Oh,
Maybe 2 birds, 2 stones.
Hey, it's what episode are we?
Episode greater than 5.
Greater than 5. All right, so it's another time for TekTalks. Okay, so you and the Dunham Beast have been doing some pretty groovy things with forms.
We have been delving into forms indeed.
Tell us about it.
Well, okay. So we are in this whole shtick about formative assessment and getting formative data from kids about what they're doing in class, how they're doing, their productivity, their understanding, so on and so on and so on.
How they're feeling about it.
Just all kinds of stuff, and we're getting a bunch of formative data.
And y'all have been doing that for an entire semester.
Yep, for an entire semester and a half now. So,
right, okay, yeah, that's right.
But we realize that we also want other information for them. We want them to pre-assess themselves on tests and quizzes.
Okay.
We want to get some information about how they did on tests and quizzes, their level of preparation, all kinds of stuff. And the problem was we had a daily form that would do their lesson check-in. You know, it would talk about did you read the objective? Do you know what the topic was? How productive were you in class?
Right.
How well did you understand? So on and so forth, Likert scales.
Sure.
And then we had another form that was for tests, and another form that was for quizzes to get, how well did you prepare? But the problem is now we have these forms floating about.
Right.
With response sheets floating about.
Yeah.
And it was just getting kind of out there.
Yes.
So we've found a way to bring it all together in
bringing it
daily
all
form.
together.
So we're going to take a look at our daily form.
So is this it?
This is ours.
This is where the magic is happening.
It's happening, baby.
Oh,
so we're going to select a class. Sit on you. So we're going to say, okay, we build a form because eventually we're going to do a little tech talk about how we organize the data.
Yep.
When we get responses. Whoa. This looks pretty complicated.
Woo.
But ladies and gentlemen, it can get really schmexy for you. So we select our class.
Schmexy.
Hit next. And then we select. Now here's where it's interesting. Before we were just doing lessons, but if I click here, it takes me to a series of questions. So which lesson are you working on? Did you read the objectives today? I'm going to choose lesson 6. I'm in unit 1.
Wait, now, hang on. Are you telling me that you clicked the class and then you clicked the one button, and depending on the one button that you clicked, it took you to a whole separate set of slides that you wouldn't have seen if you'd have pressed another button?
That's exactly what I'm telling you. So I'm about to show you.
Goodness.
So, okay, we clicked on lesson, we fill it out, and then we get kind of our daily lesson fill-out thing, right? But let's say they didn't do a lesson. Let's say, hang on, we go back.
Okay.
We go back. Instead of lesson, we clicked on test. Next. And now we're in a totally different part of the form.
Hooba dooba.
I'm going to take the pretest. I'm going to click on the pretest. How much did prep work you did? I only did about 50%.
Which test is
this test.
Yeah.
Did I come in for extra report? No, I did not. I think I'm going to get a 50 because I'm struggling. Or I go back.
Nope.
I go back again.
And now we're going to
I could do quiz. And
diddle.
it's something different. So
right.
The idea is that given any different kinds of responses, it can break you up into different parts of different types of
forms now can handle a branching structure.
That's what you can call it. You can think of it as like a tree, like a branching structure. So this is the background form. This is us building it. And if you look, this is actually
sections.
Pretty long and complicated, but it's not really complicated.
Okay, so because not everybody filling this form out is going to see every one of those sections.
Yes. They're only going to see the sections that you send them to. So let's talk about this.
Okay.
So here,
your classes are loaded.
Classes are loaded. Yep. Classes are loaded. But then this obviously goes to the next section, right? Okay, that's pretty standard.
What's the assessment type? Here we are.
This is where we did our branching.
Right. Because we hit lesson and then quiz and test. Okay.
So if you notice, I have this option here to go to, if I answer this, I go to section 3. If I answer this, I go to section 8. If I answer this, I go to section 9. So let's go take a look at section 3. That is
the very next one.
Okay, that was the daily check-in thing. Or section 8, that would have been way down here.
Next one?
Right there. Okay, so that was test.
Right.
And then if I looked back up here again, section 9, that would have been the quiz. So this is kind of a branching that you can do, and we're going to show you how to do that right now by starting and making a brand new form.
Okay, good.
Now,
hey, hang on for a
Go
second.
ahead.
Tell me, can you show me, before we get into the engineering of the form, can you show me, like, what does that look like on your data sheet? How does that spill out?
Well, I mean, if we go into our data sheet, right, this is really nasty looking. But if I go into all of the form responses.
Oh, wait, hang on. Where'd you hit?
Right here.
Oh.
It lets me look at all my tabs.
Not everybody knows about that button.
I got a lot of tabs going on here because I can break up all my data. Again, this is a whole nother tech talk, people.
Yeah.
But this is, I'm just going to look at the raw data.
Yeah, let's just
because every single one of my classes, these are all my classes.
Yep.
They all go into the same spreadsheet. So I'm only managing one spreadsheet.
I love that.
But eventually I can break it down into just these B block answers.
Okay.
And that's quite easy to do, but again, that's another
tech talk.
That's another tech talk.
Okay. So we're going to look at this master
just
form because
the
I'm
raw
curious.
data.
Yeah, I want to see how does
here
this
it
spill
is.
out.
So if I selected lesson, it lets me answer these questions. But I don't answer all of these questions, right?
Got it. Okay. So you're going to have blank columns in your field.
Yeah, but you see, if I look at here, he selected test, scrolls over. Oh wait, yep, and then he answered all the pre-assessment
Okay, thank you.
test.
That answers my question. Okay,
So
that's
eventually
what my data looks like once it's filled out.
Eventually, we have a way to organize these tables and stuff, and actually doing things like having these columns float, so this always stays here.
Mm-hmm.
Again, a lot of those cool tricks and stuff we can talk about in another tech talk.
Sure. Okay.
But as you see, this is just all for lessons. But recently, I had a little test, and so they had to fill out one for tests, right?
Nice.
Or you can break it up individually, and that's just G block, and I can just look at individual classes. But again, let's get there.
That's something else.
So let's show you how to get to the place where I can do this branching.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
Let's see how to do that.
we're just going to build a brand new one.
Okay.
We're going to start from scratch.
New form.
Pretty simple. We're going to tile this.
Sit on you.
Sit on you.
Yep.
Sit on you. Okay, cool.
Great.
And this is what I'm going to do.
I'm going to sit on you.
What
Can we see a little bit of that?
Do
No, maybe later.
I'm gonna sit on you, on your
you,
on you. And just to feel it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Done. All right, we'll just stop right there. Okay, great. So let's go back. I'm just gonna title this again. I'm gonna title this "Sit on You." I love it. Now, here's what I'm gonna do. Like normal, I'm gonna immediately create a branching structure.
Okay, great.
Okay. So I'm gonna say, okay.
How do you want to sit? There's the question.
Yeah, how do you want to sit? How do you want to sit? Okay, and I'm going to
on your head.
Add some options here.
Yep.
I'm going to say on you, on it,
okay. On a horse?
On a horse.
Yes. Oh, wait, one more? Can we do it? On a boat.
On a boat.
Yep. Okay.
On a boat.
On a golden throne.
Last option is, am I sitting at all?
Ooh, existential
crisis going on. So what's going to happen is, okay, each one of these, if I answer that, could send me to a different place, a different type of question or a different part of my form.
I got it.
And the really easy way to do that is you click right here.
Okay.
And it's going to say go to section based on answer.
Yeah.
And that's going to give you these options.
So that activates those menus.
That activates those menus because you might not always see them. So now I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to create my. Actually, I'm gonna trash that.
Okay.
Because this is just another question. They would answer the next question right
after
this.
We don't want to do that.
We don't want to do that. I just want to create a new section.
Yeah. How do we do that?
Add a section.
Okay. Cool.
And I'm gonna say sit on you.
Okay.
And I am actually gonna ask you. I'm gonna add another question and say we're gonna make it a paragraph. Again, all things. How do you feel about that?
Okay.
Long, and I'm going to allow them to make a long answer. I'm going to make that required.
Great.
So, okay, that's sit on you. But now I need to make another one where it was on it.
On it.
On it.
What is on it?
Not sure. I'm going to have you do a
quick
paragraph, and I'm going to say, what What is it? Okay, cool.
Yep.
I'm going to do one more just to get the point.
On a horse? On a boat?
We're going to do on a horse.
Okay.
We're not going to go with existential.
All right.
So on a horse.
It's late in the week.
Yeah. And then I'm going to have you answer the question.
How tall is your horse?
How many hands?
Oh, that's it. Oh, see, you're a horse person. You knew that.
Yeah, man. I grew up, brother, wearing them horses. And we're going to have we're going to put in, you know what? We're going to have them do a linear scale. And we're going to say 0 to 10 meters.
Is that a big horse?
0 meters to 10 meters.
10 meters.
It's a Trojan horse.
Okay, all right.
And then we're just going to say, okay, so what we've got we have our initial section that kind of branches us off.
But you have not told where to go.
So
right.
now I do.
So
okay, I want this to, if they answer that question, they're going to go to section 1.
Yep.
If they answer this question, they're going to go to sit on you.
Yep.
If they answer this question, they're going to go to sit on a horse.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
no,
cool.
this is sit on it.
Yeah.
This has got to be section 2, sit on you.
Got it.
Right, and this is going to, okay. So, section 2. Then...
And if we make a mistake, it looks like we could just X that out and start over again,
I'm just going to say let's get rid of these 2. Let's
Okay.
get rid of those. Let's just go with those 3.
Okay.
Okay, so now we say here, okay. If they go on you...
Yep.
Then they fill this out, and then I want this to be done. I'm going to go to submit
form.
Or here, they get here. I want this to go to
So it says after this section, what do you want to do?
Submit form.
Right.
So they're going to complete this, and then this is at the end. It defaults to submitting form.
Okay.
So let's see what this looks like.
All right, cool.
So we're going to preview.
Yeah, and so this is a short form, but in theory, you could have
multiple branches.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And so we'll show you kind of one way this can work.
Now, and we should say here that if you're having multiple branches here, you've said and Eric has said that it's helpful to actually map that out.
Sit down and really think about how because I mean, they can be in any order, but you want to create some kind of organizational structure.
Yeah. Because
if you see this can really quickly get out of hand.
That's a multiple branched rabbit hole.
But if you look at this, right? If let's say I clicked on my lessons, these are pretty you title them correctly.
Yeah.
It actually is pretty. It becomes pretty organized.
Okay,
but you got to think about it a little bit.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so let's go back. So let's see what it looks like.
All right, cool.
How do you want to sit?
I want to sit on it.
Okay, sit on it. So we're going to go sit on it. We're going to hit next. And then, hey, what is it? And then it is your toilet.
Oh, yes!
Question mark. And I submit.
Okay.
That one's done.
Which way are you facing?
Always towards the road.
Oh, okay.
Okay. How do you want to sit? On a horse?
Yes.
Next. Go next. And hey, how many hands is your horse? Obviously 6 meters tall.
Okay.
And I submit it.
Done. Dunsky.
Or I want to sit on you.
Okay.
And how do you feel about that?
I feel fantastic.
I feel fantastic. I feel fantastic. Hey. Submit.
It's that simple?
It's that simple.
I love it.
If we now go back to the form,
Yep.
so really quickly, let's go look at our responses.
And yes, it's so easy to miss the little green icon.
So easy to miss it.
Yep.
We're going to go into here, and I'm going to have it create my spreadsheet.
Okay.
And jablamo, there it is. And let's take a look at what those responses look like. Okay, sit on it.
What is it?
It's your toilet.
Okay. Sit on you. Or sit on you.
Hey, I feel fantastic about that.
And sit on a horse.
Actually,
how many hands?
I'm going to tidy this up real quick. Blam. Okay. And sit on 6 hands.
6 hands.
Yeah. So it does break it up into nice kind of clean formatting, but as you see, here is where the table pivoted.
Yeah, sure.
This gave us this answer, this gave us this
and
answer.
I can see the blank spaces where clearly you've jumped a section. That's awesome. Man, Brandon, that is powerful, dude.
Well, it can be very, very powerful. Again, if you do some serious planning, it took us a long time. We have 13 sections in this.
Right.
And we branch in multiple places. If there's a look here, let me show you one such branching. Productivity, understanding. Would you like more support from the teacher? So this is a place where we branched, and we said just kind of randomly,
if yes,
it went to section 6, which was when can you meet, what time of day.
Nice.
But if no, it just kind of went down to the final questions.
Cool.
Right? So you can branch multiple times within it as long as it stays organized on your own form.
Man, I got to tell you, I am uber impressed.
Yeah, and we've been having a lot of fun using it. And again, next time I think what we're going to talk about is you start getting all this ridiculous data.
And it is redonkulous.
It just becomes, like if you look at the main form, this is getting a little unruly. I've got multiple classes submitting because I just want them to use one form.
Yep, right.
But we have a very easy way to then say, you know what, we just want to only look at a single class. I just want to look at the D lesson responses.
Yep.
And there they are. I can just select those.
I can see up there in your function box, you guys have done some interesting formatting to make it look that way, which is
another tech talk.
Another tech talk.
And we will be talking about query a little bit later to really schmexy this up.
And that is a deep dive.
That's a very deep dive for you people that like the tech side of Sheets, man. But if you can hang out with us on that.
What about the Sheets side of tech?
Oh, baby. Don't be flipping things on me. So, that is a tech talk for the day.
Yes, it is. So man, hey, Brandon, thank you so much.
Yeah, again, just to recap, guys, you can make some pretty dynamic, pretty sweet forms that start branching. Just remember, it's all about right here, baby. It's all about right there.
Yep, it's all about go to the section. All right, cool.
Yeah, let's go back to where we left off, which was right about...
Yeah, oh, right there. No,
look. No. Yeah.
Oh, he was on the toilet. Okay, all right.
Let's just go from there.
Sit on you. Sit.
So this has been Kyle.
And Brandon.
And
hip gyration.
We're sitting.
On you.
Oh, yeah. This is what I do. I sit on you.
We out, guys.
Sit on you. This is what I do. I sit on you.
There it is. We're going out on that right there.